dare me to do it? You dare me to do it? All right, on three. Ready? 1, 2. All right, guys, I found a very interesting and awesome looking game here, and I got one of the co-creators. Sir, give us your name and what do we got here?
I'm Mike Mood, and we're showing Bendy and the Ink Machine as well as Bendy and Nightmare Run.
So what is Bendy and the Ink Machine? For those who don't know, what's the story?
All right, so Bendy and the Ink Machine is a puzzle action horror game. It's a game set in the 1930s. You play as a character named Henry. It's about 30 years later. You come back to the studio. You were invited by your old boss, and he basically said, come check out the studio, I have something to show you. And when you show up, there's ink everywhere, the place is kind of falling apart and run down, and the next thing you know, there's like cartoon characters are like coming to life. And so Henry needs to figure out what's going on and how he can escape the studio. That's the gist of what Bendy and the Ink Machine is about.
Awesome. I was trying some out earlier today, and I noticed it has a little bit of like the horror theme to it, but it also has like a lot of puzzle-based stuff as well. So that's very interesting. You don't usually see that. Well, you see that, but not as like bright or not as dark, and it looks very cool. The style looks very cool. For those who don't know, I was here yesterday dressed up as one of the characters, and these guys were so nice and very kind to me, and they let me stay as long as I wanted. So I have a special request. If you have anybody out there, any fans who might stumble across this video, what do you want them to know? What do you want to tell them?
Oh, we absolutely love our fans. We adore our fans. Like when we had you come in all dressed up and everything, it was like, hey, hang out with us, right? Like, because we listen to our fans as much as we possibly can, right? We even change our game based on that. We add things to our game. We have fan music, fan art. Like, we love our fans, really. So talk to us on Twitter, anywhere. Like, we just love our fans.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, I found a classic beat 'em up with an awesome looking style to it. Sir, what is your name and what do you do here?
So my name is Lucas Phillips. I'm the co-founder of Leyline Studios, and I'm showcasing my game Streets Ablaze. I worked on it with my buddy Dustin Nikolic, and that's what we're doing.
Awesome. So it's a classic, beat 'em up, left to right. Is there a story to it?
Yeah, so there's a story. Like I said, it's inspired by a lot of the classic games we played growing up. So the basic premise is go right and fight. But the story of the game is the main characters, they find this old game cartridge, and when they beat it, the bad guy, Lord Blackhorn, he comes out of the game cartridge and starts wreaking havoc on their city. And so after a few months, they decide to fight back, and as they're fighting him, after the first few levels, you chase him down, and he starts opening portals to different dimensions with that game cartridge. And so you as heroes jump into those different dimensions, and you start fighting them, and that's how you end up, at different places, from castles to fighting knights with, battle axes, to the future where you're jumping in and out of giant mechs and stuff. So.
Nice. The one thing that I noticed here right off the bat was that the graphics aren't exactly like pixelated like the old school games, but it's actually a really nice, like realistic. Did you do green screening? Like, what was the kind of the process of making it?
So the game's still in very early development. We've actually only been developing it for a little bit of time, but we're using the Unreal Engine. So we really wanted to make something new and unique, something that's actually got, that graphical fidelity that we want to see out of a new game. And so the character models and everything like that, what we've done, we haven't actually designed the character models yet. We have concept art for the character models. We're just using the default mannequins for right now. but we have a method where we kind of rotoscope our own like fight animations, and they're since a fighting game has very short animations, it's like 9 or 10 frames, essentially we can like keyframe some of those key poses and then just kind of rotoscope the rest of them. We've been doing it in my living room for right now, so but some of our goals for the Kickstarter is to actually do some more in-depth custom animations and things like that.
Nice, awesome. And my last question is, where will we be able to see Streets of Blaze? Are we looking at PC? Are we looking at consoles? What are we looking for?
So our end goal is to have a PC and console release. That's what we're really shooting for. Right now, we're looking at doing like an early access release on Steam within the next few months. And provided the Kickstarter is funded, then we'll be looking at doing Steam first, and then doing a console release, at some point.
And the Kickstarter is open right now, right?
Yeah, the Kickstarter is live. We went live a few days ago. So you can go to Kickstarter. You can search Streets of Blaze on Kickstarter, and you can go there. The game also has a Steam page, so you can go to the Steam page. It's coming soon, but you can add it to your wish list. You can follow it there. So
awesome. So there you go, guys. If you want to play this game, get on Kickstarter right now and make it happen. Awesome. Thanks again, man. Appreciate it. All right, so I found a game that I'm really looking forward to. Sir, what is your name and what do you do in the company?
Hey, my name is John. I'm the concept creator and animator of Floor Kids.
And me and Anthony were playing this earlier. It's an amazing game. Tell us a little bit about the game. Like, how does it play? For people who aren't here.
It plays a little bit like a trick-style rhythm game. So you have all these moves you gotta learn and express yourself with all these different moves that come from the art form of breaking. Like you have top rock and down rock and power moves and freezes. So it plays a little bit like that, kind of like a Tony Hawk style, linking the moves together. But it's also a rhythmic game, like a funky game. So you got to be on beat and you got to do things to the rhythm. And I would say it's got a little bit of elements of a fighting game too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now I was talking with one of the other guys here, and he told me that you're the guy who drew everything, right?
Yeah.
So everything here is hand drawn.
Hand drawn. It's hand drawn, and also I'm connected a bit to the dance scene, so a lot of it is drawn in a way that is meant to represent the dance as well. So it's like a merge of the art and the dance together.
If you haven't heard it today, you did an amazing job, because like all the characters they have very simplistic faces, but even with the clothing, they're all unique in their own way. And when I was playing, even the moves are unique to them as well.
Yeah, that's it. I wanted these characters to be well-rounded, but I wanted them to have strengths and abilities that were unique to them and have their own style. And even if they do have shared moves, that they do them differently. They would do a move that's different. And so basically, I wanted even just representation in the art form. I wanted, certain characters to have this move that I just like. I wish I could do this move, so I'm going to give it to this character.
Absolutely. All right. So my last question is, for people who aren't here and they want to try this out, what is it going to come out for, and when can they expect it?
Well, right now we're out on Switch. We're porting, coming soon to Xbox, Steam, and PlayStation as well, PS4. So
I cannot wait for it to come out for PS4. I'm definitely going to be playing that online. I'm going to have a good time.
Yes.
Hey, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks. Floor Kids, out now. Get yours.
Thanks again. I found a very interesting game here, but I do like cats, so I wanted to give it a shot. Hello, sir. What is your name, and what do we have here behind us?
I'm Igor, and the team Coil behind this game called Puss.
And what's this game about?
The game is about the cat who trapped into another dimension, and you need to help him out through the mazes, boss fights, with allies. And as you see, it's pretty as vaporwave and psychedelic aesthetic. And it will be coming up on the PC, Mac, and Linux platforms on the second quarter.
All right, cool. So it's your cat, right? Your cat gets sent to another dimension. All right.
Yeah.
If my cat got sent to another dimension, I'm gonna go and save him. Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure you said it's coming out for PC soon. It's on Steam.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right now the demo is on Steam, and you could try it.
Awesome. And I noticed it's like a point and like grab, and then you gotta help him move through like a maze and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you need to click the cat and drag him to the exit, and don't touch the sides. but we have no streamers.
But it's a very unique new style of gaming. It's really interesting, like almost like a puzzle
Yeah,
game.
it's like a puzzle game, but with their own aesthetic.
That's awesome, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So I found a game here that ParaX had to get an interview for. So, sir, what is your name and what do you do in this company of yours?
Hi, my name is Rafael. I work in Blueberry Team as a brand manager, but also as a producer, specifically for Layers of Fear Legacy that we have here.
And what exactly is Layers of Fear Legacy for people who don't know?
Okay, so Layers of Fear is a psychological horror game that has released for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One a little while ago. Right now we have brought the game to Nintendo Switch, which includes the base game, plus the Inheritance DLC that we have released previously, and some unique Nintendo Switch features like the use of Joy-Cons, HD Rumble, even the touchscreen.
So what you're saying is that the DLC is also included in the Nintendo Switch version?
Yes, it is. It's all in one package for a price of $20. The game actually went into a sale starting PAX East, so a few days ago. It's 15% off if you want to get it on eShop.
That's awesome. So there you go, guys. The game came out already, but it was re-released, remastered for the Nintendo Switch. So if you want something that's a little scarier than your regular, Nintendo games, check out Layers of Fear. It's gonna be pretty cool. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys. So now I found a game that I've been playing for a while back, and I saw it come back here, and I want to know what's new. All right, so sir, what is your name and what do you do here?
I'm Yannick Belzil, and I am a writer at Tribute Games. And what I'm doing right now, I'm talking to you. I'm showing off Mercenary Kings Reloaded Edition to these fine people and to anyone who walks by at PAX.
Awesome. So I played Mercenary Kings. I played on the PS4. I love the game. For those who don't know, it's a side scroller shoot 'em up, but it's not like a one path. There's different paths, different objectives, different missions to do. You can customize your weapons. It's a lot of fun. So the big question is, what's new in the Reloaded Edition?
Reloaded Edition is something special we made because we were porting the game to a PS Vita and Nintendo Switch. We added 2 new characters that you can select, a bunch of new weapons, and a couple of tweaks with the maps to make them more user-friendly.
Awesome. Now, will we be seeing maybe a DLC or something for the consoles, like the PS4 or anything like that?
Oh, pardon? Yes.
Oh, looks like you got killed. Yeah.
Well, it's already a DLC. It's not an entirely new game, so it's a DLC that's for all the free DLC for all the previous versions of Mercenary Kings.
Awesome. So I gotta check that out and get that on the PS4, and I got a PS Vita, so I'm definitely gonna check that out there too. It's a fun game.
Cross buy on PS Vita, so.
Awesome. And is it when will it be available for the Vita?
It's already out.
It's already out.
It's already out.
Awesome.
Whoever watches this can buy it right now.
Awesome. I'm definitely gonna check that out. Hey, thank you again. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Cannot wait. All right, another interesting game with another interesting playstyle. Ma'am, what is your name and what do we have over here?
My name's Vivian. I'm from Ratloop Games Canada, and this game is called Vroom Kaboom. So it's a new type of game. There's not many games like this on the market. It's about strategy and action combined. So I would describe it as a tower defense game where your vehicles are your weapons, and you have to use your vehicles to crash into your opponent's tower to destroy it, and you also have to use them to defend your own tower from your opponent destroying it. So pretty much the name says it, Vroom, and then Kaboom.
Yeah, and it's like we're watching Anthony play over here, and I noticed you get to pick your car, you're driving down the road, and there's things in the road that could help you make more damage, and then I saw some ramps, I saw the towers.
Yeah.
So it is a tower defense, but it's not your standard.
No.
Nothing is standard about this, which makes it very interesting.
Well, we didn't want to do anything standard with this game. We wanted to go outside the box and to actually make something that doesn't exist. So we took some ideas of games that actually work, game concepts that work. So the whole vehicles, but it's different because they're not racing, and people are used to racing vehicles, and it's kind of counterintuitive even to crash your vehicles into things. So we thought that was a fun aspect of it. And then you have some skill level also because you have to drive throughout the roads, and then the pickups help you gain resources to purchase more vehicles, because this is also like a deck building game, and bombs and stuff to help you cause bigger destruction.
Yeah, you won't have the strongest stuff right away. You have to earn it and then like unlock it. Yeah. And we just saw there. I don't know if you recorded, but Anthony was able to get a plane and shoot down another plane in the air. So there's more vehicles than just like cars.
Yes. So we don't even say cars. We say just vehicles in general because there's flying vehicles, there's ground units. So you can even fly bombers, a cop car, or tanks. And we have 3 different factions. So each faction has its own set of vehicles, its own environment, avatars, everything that goes with it. So the one that you saw now is Skullborough. So it's like post-apocalyptic, desert. We have another one that's more city driving. We have one that's in a storm pipe. We call it Soul Station because it's like chill. You can drive Eldorados and Mustangs, etc.
So a lot of different scenery, like that. That's awesome. All right, so my last question is, where are we able to play Vroom Kaboom? Like, what's it coming out for?
So it's coming out on May 29th. That's our goal. Right now we're in closed beta, so whoever wants to participate to our closed beta can sign up via our website, so vroomkaboom.com. And once you sign up, we'll send you a free Steam key. So we're going to be also available on Steam and in VR. So it's playable in PSVR, Oculus, and HTC.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
This game is also gonna come out for the consoles.
Yes, on PS4.
That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I'm gonna definitely grab that one. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Found ourselves another really cool, interesting looking game. Hello, ma'am. What is your name and what do we have here?
Hi, I'm Erin. I'm with Cosmos Quick Stop. It's a gas station management game, kind of like Overcooked or Cook Serve Delicious. You're just kind of frantically running around trying to stay on top of all your tasks and keep all your customers happy.
In space.
In space.
That's the awesome part about it. So is there a story to the game? Or?
We're working on a campaign mode right now where you'll be able to start with a really small gas station and then work your way up. It's getting more and more frantic as you go on, and you'll be able to customize it just the way you want to play.
Awesome. So something to look forward to in the future.
Exactly.
Awesome. So you're saying like you have to maintain the your gas station, your space gas station. That's awesome. So I see multiplayer. So is it like local play or online? Or?
It's local right now. We just announced it a month ago, so it's been really well received at PAX. So far, people are loving it.
Very cool. All right, and then my last question is, what is this going to come out for? Like, are we going to look PC release or?
Yeah, it'll be on Steam, PC, and Mac first, and then we'll think about consoles after that.
Awesome. I can't wait. I'm going to try it out right now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, guys, we found another game that I really enjoyed, and apparently there's going to make a sequel for it. Sir, what is your name, and what do you do in this company?
My name's Graham Smith. I'm one of the founders of Drinkbox Studios, and I'm a producer on Guacamelee 2.
Now, I was a huge fan of Guacamelee 1. Everything about it, the day, the night cycles, all the different references, the memes, all the different little Easter eggs in there. It was amazing. The fight style was cool. Adventuring was awesome. Are we going to look forward to that? A lot more of that stuff in part 2. What's going to happen in the second game?
Absolutely. We're trying to pack as much of that stuff into the sequel as we can. We went, like when we started working on this game, we went back and we looked at all the reviews of the first game, saw everything that people liked, everything that people didn't like, and tried to focus more on the things that people liked. For example, like one of the things that people really liked was being able to turn into a chicken. So in Guacamelee 2, you can spend a lot more time as the chicken. The chicken is actually much more useful, so you can do a lot of, the combat is a lot more interesting as the chicken. The platforming is more interesting. You get new chicken abilities as you progress through the game, similar to how you got abilities as the Luchador in the original game.
Yeah. So I remember you used the chicken for like small tunnel-based puzzles, and I remember stuff like that. So for the people who have, obviously I played it, but for people who haven't played it, what is Guacamelee about?
Well, okay, Guacamelee is it's a Metroidvania-style game, whereas you get new abilities, you get access to new parts of the world. But the actual gameplay is kind of like 50% platformer, 50% brawler. So you play as a luchador, so there's quite a lot of fighting in the game. And the story in Guacamelee 2 is it picks up 7 years later after the end of the original Guacamelee, where the main character Juan, he's married and he has children. And one day, Waichivo, the old goat mentor man, he shows up and he's found a new threat to the world that he pulls you back onto a big adventure.
So my last question is, where will Guacamelee, the sequel, will it really be?
So right now we're focused on finishing the game for PS4 and Steam, and the game is pretty much done from end to end. But we're focused on polish. We're putting stupid jokes and references into the game right now, and we're trying to get it ready to release this summer.
So Guacamelee 2 coming out soon. I'm putting that on the wish list. It's gonna be absolute. Thank you again. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.